Good morning,
Y-
class. Oh,
Go ahead. You go ahead.
okay. Good morning, class. Good morning, Sue. This is group 4, and today we'll be exploring chapter 7, teams and groups. Before we begin, let's take a brief look at the chapter overview. Groups form the foundation of communities of practice, and we participate in various types at different developmental stages. This chapter introduced group development models and key dynamics like decision making, conflict resolution, and team learning, which guide group practices. It also highlighted the distinction between groups and teams and emphasized the importance of intentionally transforming groups into effective teams. So now we'll be doing a scenario as an example. So Roshni and I will now take over to demonstrate an example of poor group cohesion. All right, team, let's get started. We've got two options for the state fair. My idea for the world's largest vinegar volcano, and well, nothing else really.
Um, the screen it not showing the scenario. It's still in teams and groups.
You'll see it now.
Yes.
Yeah, we're seeing it now, but I think you need to go to slideshow.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to slideshow.
Okay.
Right, you'll see it now.
Nope. We're seeing the production side. Did you click on share entire screen?
Yeah.
You sure? Well, then we're seeing the software, we're not seeing the slideshow. Yeah, try that again.
You'll see it now.
Yes, that looks much better.
Mhm. All right, team, let's get started. We've got two options for the state fair. My idea for the world's largest vinegar volcano, and well, nothing else really.
Johnny, we are supposed to vote on this. I thought my idea of dancing robot mice was pretty cool.
Yeah, no. Vinegar volcano is just better, okay? The vote's just a formality, like when your professor asks for feedback but has already submitted your grade.
Other group member raising their hand trying to speak, but Johnny cutting them off.
Okay, moving on then.
Johnny, you cannot just dismiss everything we say. This is not a dictatorship. What is next? Are you going to vote to snacks too? I demand a real vote.
Oh, you demand? Well, Timmy, last time I checked, you are the team leader. And let's not forget who messed up the baking soda experiment last month, huh?
That was your bad maths journey. Maybe if you listened to others, we would not have blown up the entire school lab. You want a real explosion? Keep this up and I will show you one.
Sure, Timmy, because your tutoring skills are just as good as your science, right?
Now full with rage, grab a stool and fling it at Johnny, badly missing and knocking over a stack of notebook instead. Take that.
Missed me. And this, folks, is why you're not allowed near the state fair experiments.
Okay, so I have a question. Based based on the action of Johnny and Timmy In this scenario, what specific behavior or action do you think lead to the breakdown in the group cohesion?
I would say that is his name Johnny, right? I would say that Johnny is behaving like an autocratic leader. And autocratic leaders tend to have a lot of conflict with their group members because they inherently believe that their idea is the best and will say, okay, well, if you have another idea, I'm kind of going to discard it because my idea is better, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Johnny is telling to me, hey, my idea is what we're going with. Timmy is putting forth his idea. He said, I really don't care about that one. My idea is going, and they're getting into conflict there. So that's what I believe is causing a lack of group cohesion.
That is that is actually true. Anyone else?
My hand is up, but I'm not sure if you could see.
Oh no, I
So
can't.
trust me, I understand. It's okay. Um, I was thinking too, just on a human level, everybody, especially when you're working in a group, everybody likes to be heard. So if people are trying to make a contribution and they're receiving rude responses or like feeling like they're being blocked off and not having a chance to really express how they feel, then they're gonna create issues. It wouldn't be like a group, it wouldn't be like a team, it would cause problems. Nobody would be able to. I can't see how in a situation like that they would be able to accomplish what they're trying to accomplish because it now is like that person is their own. They are the whole group. They're doing everything by themselves, but that's not really the reality. If you're working in a group, you need everybody to do their part, and that includes making contributions. So that person should have listened in order to encourage good communication within the.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. So yeah. So now I'll hand you over to Roshni. Comprehending group dynamics. Understanding group. An ideal group comprised of individuals who share an intense perception of compassion, knowledge, or understanding about a specific topic or towards each other. In our everyday life, during a typical week, we witness formally and informally structured group. A formal group, a group that is well organized with distinct role and structure. Informal group, a group that is unstructured and laid back. Example of a formally structured group cooperative. Each member in the accounting department has a specific role and responsibility. For instance, the auditor reviews financial records to ensure accuracy. The consultant provides financial advice. The accountant prepares financial statements, and the manager oversees the staff to ensure that the task meets professional standards. As we can see, this group is formally organized and each member has a specific role to perform. Example of an informal group. Hobby group. A hobby group is an informal group. In this, in which individuals come together to share a common interest and hobbies such as creating art, playing video game, or cooking a happy meal. Those groups are informally structured, lacking clear defined roles and rules. Groups. A group is defined as two or more individuals that share common characteristics, objectives, and goals. Type of goal, formal goal, committee, a, a group of individuals that are selected to perform a task within an organization. A task group. A task group is a group that formed to accomplish a specific task. Command group, a group that are structured in a hierarchical manner. Informal group, individuals that come together to promote a goal or interest. Clerks, a small group with individuals who share a common interest. Psychological, a group of individuals who see themselves as connected and share a common goal. So we are going to talk about some characteristics of group. Size is the number of individuals in the group. The goal is the purpose of the group. The norm is the expectation of the group. Structure are the roles within the group. The, the roles are the specific function, interaction, communication, and action exchange between group members. Collective identity, identity among the group members. Group dimension, dynamics, the social and psychological processes that occur within a group of individuals involved in various dimensions of organization, each of which impact the group leadership dynamics. The three main dimensions include purpose, structure, time. Next slide, please. Purpose. Groups are established for a variety of reasons, ranging from peer support groups to task-oriented and staff teams that deliver goods and services. The structure and purpose of a group are designed to help members achieve their goals, and the group objectives align with the structure. Structure. Structured groups are a group setting characterized by a well-defined hierarchy, clear rules, and organized function. Unstructured groups, a group setting whereby individuals are assessed a task and are free to contribute as they wish, to allow members to assemble and collaborate on tasks organically. Example, an informal brainstorming meeting with group members who share their ideas freely. Hierarchical groups. Those are well organized and highly structured groups with formal leaders such as chief executive officers or president. Formal groups. Formal group consists of members with specialized skills and experts tailored to the group objective. In such groups, the leader may adopt to an autocratic style or take a collaborative approach. That involves group members in the decision-making process. Note: informal leaders can also influence decision based on previous affiliation to the group. Example: a student in a college group for 3 or 4 years may demonstrate this kind of influence informally without an official title. Time limits group. Temporary group formed to achieve a specific objective within a time frame. Once the objective is met or the time period ends, the group disbands. Examples include task force, project teams, or AD, AHOC committees create to address a particular issues. Some of the challenges that are faced are: decision making is difficult due to the time constraint. Members may not have enough time to build trust, which can hinder communication. Ongoing groups. Those are long-term groups that include entities such as committees, work groups, and family members. Some of the challenges are ensuring that group members remain motivated for a long period can be difficult. Long-term involvement in ongoing groups can lead to burnout among members. Stages of group development. The first stage is forming. Group members come together and start a framework for collaboration. It is the first phase and the initial phase of group development. Some of the key factors are information that is needed, such as where the group will meet, the communication method that will be used, type of commitments, goals and objective, and operational agreement. The second stage is storming. The storming stage is the emerging of different opinions, and it may crumble apart if the goals are not clear and members cannot come to an agreement. Example, members at Shein Business Entrepreneur Club disagree on whether to focus on profit, sales, or both. The group returned to the forming stage to solve the issue. The storming process can either lead to a defined path or become disruptive. Some members may trust to voice their concern while some may refrain from voicing their concerns. The third group development stage is norming. The norming phase is the phase after storming. During this phase, the group establish operational workflow and create formal and informal procedures for group for team communication, documentation, and individual duties. Members comprehend and understand the group values, culture, and norms. Performing. The fourth phase. Group members work effectively to complete tasks. It is called mature equilibrium. In a time limit group, it is a crucial stage to ensure tasks are complete promptly. The group must engage in the forming stage, promote diverse viewpoints, share objectives during the forming stage, and establish clear processes in the norming stage to be able to work effectively. To avoid dysfunction, it is important to continuously renew and revisit the cycle when new members are joining. Adjoining. The adjoining is the final stage of group development. Some members may evoke a feeling of loss, and group members reflect on the lesson that is learned and celebrate accomplishments. It is important for group to acknowledge the achievements. Next, logical leaderships. Some of the logical example of logical leaderships are forming to be inclusive and empowering, seek diverse members, storming, acknowledge bias, build group commitment, norming, promote collaboration, ensure fairness in processes, performing, maintain focus on the group goals, and provide support. Functional rules. Group building rules. The behavior taken by individual within the group to enhance the communication and functioning of the group. SAS rule focus on accomplishing the group objective and completing tasks. Special interest leaders are individuals who push their ideas in the group rather than focusing on the group goals. Blockers, individuals who resist progress by oppositing ideas. This prevents the group from moving forward. Active members, individuals in the group who participate regularly, helping the group to achieve its goal. Non-participant, individuals who do not engage in group activities. I will now pass on to Lizzie.
We'll now take a look at group norms. When you join a group, One of the first things you notice are the behaviors and expectations of the members. Does the group stick to its agenda or drift into unrelated conversations? Are the members welcoming and sociable or distant and formal? These patterns of behavior are known as group norms, regularities in attitudes and behavior that characterize a social group and differentiate it from other social groups. Group norms can be explicit, following a formal structure, like Robert's Rules of Order, or implicit, evolving through the group's cultural practices. Group norms are vital in shaping the group climate or the overall atmosphere and personality of the group. Just as people have personalities, so do groups. For instance, one group might be supportive, whilst another may be impersonal. Ultimately, the norms established by a group play a pivotal role in shaping its climate. We'll now take a look at a powerful concept that can transform how we think about leadership and group dynamics, i.e., the relational leadership model. This model provides a framework for creating a highly engaged group. It emphasizes the importance of building strong relationships among group members whilst ensuring that everyone feels valued. Leaders who focus on the relational aspects of leadership create a sense of trust and collaboration, which influence members to actively contribute towards achieving the group's goals. In using this model, leaders can establish norms that promote inclusivity and engagement. We'll now explore conflict. What is conflict? Conflict refers to a disagreement through which the parties involved perceive a threat to their needs, interests, or concerns. In group dynamics, conflict can emerge due to differences in personalities, role expectations, or opposing ideas. While many view conflict as uncomfortable or negative, it can also play a constructive role, encouraging a group to confront important issues and ultimately make better decisions. Conflict and the relational leadership model. The relational leadership model offers a framework to resolve conflict constructively. It encourages inclusivity, open communication, and empowerment of all group members. By developing clear norms, such as ensuring that group members have an opportunity to vocalize their opinions, the model fosters an environment where conflicts can be addressed openly and respectfully. This allows the group to navigate differences without marginalizing any member. Such processes are essential for avoiding win-lose or lose-lose outcomes and ensuring that every member is satisfied. Let's now explore some advantages and disadvantages of conflict. We'll take a look at the advantages first. One of the primary advantages of conflict is its potential to promote innovation and creativity. When individuals or groups engage in conflict, they often bring diverse perspectives and ideas to the forefront. This can lead to improved problem solving and decision making outcomes. Number two, constructive conflict can stimulate healthy competition among group members, thereby enhancing team participation and bridging communication gaps. And lastly, conflict can reveal underlying issues within teams or organizations, prompting changes and improvements to processes or relationships. Moving on to the disadvantages of conflict. As conflict escalates, it can create an environment of hostility and uneasiness, causing team members to withdraw or avoid open dialogue. This breakdown in communication undermines trust, making it difficult for individuals to collaborate effectively and share ideas. Next, conflict can marginalize certain team members, which often triggers feelings of anger and resentment. This emotional fallout can inhibit collaboration and communication, ultimately impacting the group's productivity. I'll now discuss decision-making within groups. Traditionally, decision-making authority usually resided with a formal leader who made decisions on their own. However, the relational leadership model shifts this approach by emphasizing inclusive, empowering, and ethical decision-making to create an environment where group members are actively involved. Leaders using this model ask themselves questions like,
Does this decision align with the group's mission? Are group members' opinions considered? Will this decision empower others? These considerations lead to better decision making by ensuring that they are well informed and supported by the entire group. We'll now take a look at various decision-making procedures that can be used within groups. Firstly, we have autocratic decision, where the leader makes the decision without consulting the group. Next, we have consultation, where the leader seeks input but retains decision-making authority. Thirdly, we have joint decision, where the group and leader make the decision together. And lastly, we have delegation, wherein the leader hands over decision-making responsibility entirely to the group. Johnson & Johnson also added more methods. Firstly, decision by authority without discussion, where the leader decides without group input. Next, expert member decision, an expert in the group makes the decision. Thirdly, average members' opinions, wherein group members' input is average to make a decision. Next, decision by authority after discussion, the leader makes a final decision after group input. And lastly, we have majority control, where the decision is made based on the majority's opinion. And lastly, we have the consensus model, which I find to be the most ideal. A consensus is a general agreement that is settled upon by all parties involved. It ensures that while everyone may not fully agree, the group reaches a decision that everyone can support. Radar provides guidelines for achieving consensus, which include clearly defining the issue, focusing on common ground, allowing ample time for discussion, and avoiding conflict-reducing strategies such as voting. The consensus model is effective because it ensures high agreement among participants and capitalizes on diverse knowledge bases within the group. While certain decisions require expert opinion or urgent authority, the consensus model encourages strategies like active listening, compromise, and allows for civil disagreement, which ultimately leads to more well-informed decisions.
What is teamwork? The foundation of any successful organization is teamwork. Achieving great results requires a shared purpose and objective. Cooperation is essential for solving complex issues, generating new ideas, or executing strategic plans effectively. Strength is not in the individuals, but in the team. Put a group of superstars together on any team, whether basketball, hockey, football, soccer, and they will still lose if they operate as an individual superstar. But once they start operating as a team, they become unbeatable. What is a team? Quinn defines a team as an enthusiastic set of competent people who have clearly defined roles associated in a common activity, working cohesively in trusting relationships and exercising personal discipline and making individual sacrifices for the good of the team. According to Parker, there are three common types of team. There is the functional teams, where they tend to resemble hierarchical organizations in which power and authority are contained at the top. Then there is the self-directed team. They are typically a group whose members possess all the technical knowledge and skills to accomplish a task or a goal, with a certain degree of power delegated to it from a leader or a manager. Then there's the cross-functional team. They are usually composed of individuals from a variety of skill set departments or areas that combine skill sets that no one possesses. So here I have a diagram where they are showing you the types of teams. So here you have the functional teams where you can see they are structured hierarchically, where they have the system analysis, they have the developers and the testers. Whereas in a self-directed team, you can see here that each member is allocated a task. In a cross-functional team, you can see that each of these individuals here, they have their own skill set. And I personally like the cross-functional because to me, I believe that if every individual have a different skill set, then whatever is our goal or objective, I believe that it can have a great outcome if everybody has a different skill set. The SMART rubric provides a framework for teams to use as they establish their goals. Specific. The goal must be clear to everyone. Measurable. It is quantifiable. Attainable. The goal must be realistic and possible to achieve. Relevant. The goal is in alignment with the direction of the organization and its overall strategy. Time-bound. There is a set time frame by which the goal will be achieved, example, within a semester or within a year. An example of a SMART goal is responding to all emails that the team receives about its upcoming event within 24 hours. The following are some factors that are critical for a team's success, according to Parker. Disregard organizational boundaries in an effort to arrive at the best solution. Be sensitive and responsive to the concerns and consideration of other team members in the design of projects. Understand that common goals and targets are mandatory of all team members. Provide open and frequent or risk-free communication. All team members pull their own weight and share a common objective. Capitalize on team members' strengths. Develop a sense of trust among all team members. Be willing to accept and try ideas that are different from the norm, even if it means modifying the established process. Use a bit of humor when discussions get tense and the pressure to complete a task is high. Here we'll be distinguishing between teams and groups. Noting that although both have the characteristics of mutual interaction and reciprocal influence, teams have a stronger sense of identity and common goals or tasks. In addition, task interdependence is higher within a team than in a group, and team members usually have more distinctive roles than group members. Types of teams range from those that function like working groups, in which individual accountability is high, such as a golf team, to true teams that couldn't accomplish their goals individually, such as a football team or the homecoming committee. So here now I'll distinguish between a working group versus a team. In a working group, there is a strong, clearly focused leader that is appointed, whereas in a team, shared leadership responsibilities exist among members. In a working group, the general organizational mission is the group's purpose, whereas in a team, there is a specific, well-defined purpose that is unique to the team. In a working group, individual work provides the only products. In a team and individual work develop products. In a working group, effectiveness is measured indirectly by group's influence on others. Example, financial performance of a business or student scores on standardized examinations. On a team, effectiveness is measured directly by assessing teamwork products. In a working group, individual accountability only is evident. In a team, both team and individual accountability are evident. In a working group, individual accomplishments are recognized and rewarded, whereas in a team, there is team celebration. Individual efforts that contribute to the team's success are also recognized and celebrated. In a working group, the meetings are efficiently run and last for short periods of time. In a team, the meetings have open-ended discussion and include active problem solving. In a working group, meetings Members discuss, decide, and delegate. In a team, the meetings, members discuss, decide, and do real work together. What is team learning? Team learning is a collaborative approach to problem solving in which members cooperate to accomplish a common goal. Individual learning is the conventional norm for a college student. Only you can read that book, only you can write that computer program or take that test. However, learning occurs in many other ways through group projects, in experiential settings, and in study groups. Whenever a team has a shared responsibility, it has to find a way to learn together, not just separately. The learning unit or units of organizations are teams, groups of people who need one another to act. Here are some leadership implications. In a productive work community, leaders are not commanders and controllers, bosses and big shots. They are servers and supporters, partners and providers. Leaders in teamwork settings are also facilitators of team learning. Participants and leaders must all share the responsibility of processing any shared group experience to make it a conscious process as a team. Successes need to be understood as well as failures. What is team leadership? Team leadership is the ability of an individual or a group to mentor and guide team members toward the accomplishment of a shared objective that is referred to as team leadership. Team performance and team development are two critical functions of leadership. Team performance means accomplishing the group's goals, making decisions and plans, achieving results, and solving problems. Team development includes establishing effective relationships, creating an environment in which individuals feel valued, and facilitating cohesion within the team. According to Hill, these are some characteristics of leadership. We have the clear goal. The group believes the goal is worthwhile and it is clear enough to tell when the objectives have been met. Results driven structure. The group's purpose needs to drive the structure of the team. Competent team members. The group members must possess appropriate technical knowledge and interpersonal skills to work collaboratively as a team. Unified commitment. The group has a sense of identity and level of team spirit that has been intentionally facilitated and developed. Collaborative climate. All individuals contribute collectively to the success of the project, and individual accomplishments are integrated into the whole team's effort. Standards of excellence. Standards of excellence are established and clearly understood by the team with the emphasis on everyone performing at the highest levels. Principled leadership. The leader establishes priorities and helps team members stay focused on the goals, sustains collaborative environments for the team, and manages performance. External support. The team is provided resources such as money, equipment, and supplies to accomplish its goals and is given recognition for its success. It's important to establish a team before initiating work to be accomplished. Based on the research findings from effective teamwork, Hughes, Jeanette, and Curvey provide 4 design components needed to establish teams. So first we have the task structure. The team understands its task and finds meanings in it. The team is given autonomy to accomplish the task. Group boundaries. The size of the team is just right, not too big and not too small. Diversity exists within the team, and the team has sufficient knowledge. information, and interpersonal skills to accomplish the goals harmoniously. Norms. The team has a set of norms to guide the behaviors of the team members. Authority. There is flexible rather than a rigid use of authority by the leader and team members that allows for open debate and instills a sense of empowerment and trust, as well as a degree of command when compliance by group members is warranted. These four conditions are important at the beginning stages of team development to allow the team to work effectively and efficiently. We'll now revisit the scenario that we looked at in the beginning. Hey team! Before we start today's meeting, I just want to take a moment to address something from last week. Timmy, I know there was some frustration about how we handled the experiments. I appreciate you bringing it up, but I want to make sure everyone feels heard today.
Timmy, relieved now in thanks, Johnny. I just feel like my idea for dancing robot mice did not get a fair shot, but I appreciate you opening up the floor.
All right, let's do this democratically. We have three solid ideas up here: the vinegar volcano, the dancing robot mice, and the rainbow crystal chemistry. We'll take a few minutes to let each person pitch their ideas and then we'll have a vote.
Group member one cheerfully. Wow, I actually get to talk today. Let's look at process. Process. Everyone laughs. Progress. Everyone laughs. Timmy. So my idea is to build those little robots that respond to music and move in a pattern based on the beat. It is not only cool to watch, but we can explain the science behind how they sense and react to sound.
That sounds awesome, Timmy. Really creative and interactive. Who's next?
Group member two. Okay, so for the rainbow crystal chemistry, I was thinking we could grow crystal of different color and explain how the molecular structure affect the way they reflect light.
All right. Thanks, everyone, for sharing your ideas. Now, let's vote. Secret ballot so everyone feels comfortable picking what they truly want. And before we do, Timmy, I brought your favorite cookies as a peace offering for last week. Okay, it looks like the winner is Dancing Robot Mice. Congrats, Timmy, but don't worry, we'll keep the other ideas on standby for our next project.
Thanks, Johnny, and thanks everyone for voting. I am excited to get started, and I think we can make it the best project yet. So, my question for the class: in the second scenario, how did Johnny approach as a leader contribute to the group ability to collaborate effectively?
Is there anyone?
Sorry, can you repeat the question? Sorry, my mic. No, sorry, not my mic. Sorry, my audio cut off.
In the s- okay, in the second scenario, How did Johnny approach as a leader contribute to the group ability to collaborate effectively?
Well, I'd say that Johnny adopted a more democratic leader approach, and that is what jump-started more group cohesion. Now he's more open to hearing the ideas from the members, and now they're more excited about the project.
Yeah, because like if in the other scenario you could see that nobody was really excited because nobody got to voice their opinion or did a vote or anything like that. Anyone else? Okay. If there's no one else,
Conclusion. A group comprised of individuals who share an intense perception of a specific topic or towards each other. Formal groups are structured while informal groups are unstructured. The three main dimensions are purpose, structure, and time. The five stages of group development includes forming, storming, norming, performing, and adjourning. Some functional rules are group building rules and task rules, etc.
in conclusion, understanding and shaping group norms is essential for creating the desired group climate. Leaders can use models like relational leadership to cultivate an environment where members feel committed to the group's success. Conflict is an inevitable part of group dynamics, albeit leaders can turn conflict into a creative force that strengthens the group. The relational model the relational leadership model guides leaders to make decisions that reflect shared goals and values in order to create a more cohesive group dynamic. Teamwork is the foundation of organizational success, enabling individuals to achieve common goals. A team consists of skilled people with defined roles working together with trust and discipline. There are the functional teams, the self directed teams, and the cross functional teams. Key factors for team success: open and risk free communication, shared goals and accountability, leveraging team members' strengths, trust, and collaboration. Team leadership focuses on guiding and supporting the team to meet objectives, fostering collaboration, and maintaining a result driven structure. Thank you, everyone, for listening, and I hope you all got something out of this. Thank you. Is there any questions from anybody?